Okay, welcome back. As you can see, this took quite a while, but I gotta say, it is well worth the effort. Picture frame is done. Still got a little bits of glue I gotta clean up out of some of those joints, but yes, these, in case you're wondering why I put glue in these joints, these PVC boards will shrink and expand quite a bit with the sun and temperatures. So what we do, put a little bit of glue on the joints to hold them together. Now, the best way to prevent them from pulling apart is to do the boards while they're cold. Sometimes that just doesn't happen. Even if you do glue the joints, they can pull apart, which is why you want to keep them cold as much as you can. Typically, the boards, if we're working out in the backyard, there's not a lot of shade, then we'll put a tarp over them. Sometimes run a hose on them to cool them down. That way they shrink. Whereas if, especially when you're dealing with 30-degree days, then you wind up with a lot of very hot boards. You put them together. As soon as the temperature starts to drop down, boards start shrinking and all your gaps open up. Put in a little bit there so I can finally, a little bit of soffit there, not soffit, skirting, so I can finally do those stairs and we're not jumping up and down. But the next phase is I'm going to router some slots into these pillars so we can run that wire up to our light, because we are going to be covering, we got some over there, we're going to be covering up those pillars with our fascia boards, which are 1/2 inch thick by 12 inches wide. We'll rip them down, make them fit, and hide all the wiring behind that board. So, on to step 337 of this job. Okay, we got our channels built in, going down to where this little thing's gonna, oh, uh-oh. No, don't fall down. There we go. Where this little thing's gonna come out, there it goes again. Pull this out here, there we go. There. Now, I'm just gonna take my little multi-tool and we're gonna carve out the rest of this, get it down so we can cover everything up nicely. Okay, so we managed to, we're as far as we can go down here now, until we get the lights. As I showed you, we got our channels dug into there. Also, last minute I just remembered, I don't know if I told you, I might have said something in a previous video about doing kind of a baseboard along the house on the dock. So I'll show you quickly what we did there. So there, as you can see, we got a kind of a small baseboard here, which we just ripped in half from the PVC decking, and just ran that along the bottom, which covers up the joint where the fascia, where the siding meets up with the old 2x6 decking. So now that little ½ inch of decking that's sticking out there is now covered up nicely. Also, there is nicely cleaned up, except for that piece. So now we get to work on that mess over there. So we're gonna have to take off the rest of that skirting, clean it off, and I'm gonna start framing for the planters right away, which is going to require some ripping down some material to build the planters. So we got one long planter that's going from about here, going to the just short of the corner, because there is a light going there, and then another planter going towards the stairs. So we will see you, I guess, after we get all this mess cleaned up. Okay, so I've changed my mind. I'm not doing the planters first. See, in order to do this decking, we had to remove those stairs. So now it makes it for a fun climb to the top. Tanner doesn't mind though, does he?
Not at all.
So what we're gonna do, rebuild that landing, level it up, and then I'm gonna cut. We're gonna do the stairs for here. That way, all our material being stacked down there, it won't be an issue constantly coming up and down while we're working on the planters. So the next step, we got the stairs out. Now we just need to take care of that landing, fix that up. Okay, we got the stringers up. I put on some just some temporary lumber for now, because we're going to be doing a lot of up and down, carrying a lot of stuff. No point in risking damage to them ahead of time. So I'm going to have to rip some pieces. Oh, well, pretty much everything. I'm going to have to rip down to make those planters. And table saw set up here. And just because we actually care about how much of a mess we make, gonna put that there. It's not perfect, but it definitely helps a lot. So I'm gonna rip down a whole lot of lumber, start building the walls for the planters, and then start working on the base, and then we get to wolf everything. Fun. Okay, as you can see, we got our stuff ripped. Now, for those of you who laughed at my stupid garbage can idea, yeah, there's a little bit on the ground, but yeah, there's a lot of it in there. And that is a lot of pressure treated material that is not going into the water. Okay, so now I'm going to start working on the walls, and we're going to get those up. Shouldn't take too long. Yeah, we're moving along nicely here now. Okay, there we go. Planters are all framed up. I just got to pick up some more end cup preservative tomorrow morning. But they're done. Fancy little triangular one here. This is now ready to be wolfed. We have a one of these lights goes in that corner there. Another one goes at the end of the planter there. And yeah, we can start on that right away. We are giving her, looking good. Okay, well, we're going to call this a video today. And yeah, please like, subscribe, share the videos, please. And then also, no matter how things busy get, remember, there's always time to stop and enjoy the view.